this is our penultimate game of the entire stream. After this awesome Henshin game, we're going to have the final panel run by James D'Amato playtesting his new surprise game. So tune in for that as well. But that's then. Now, we have you wonderful people. Take it away, Thomas.
Thanks, Josie. Hi, everybody. So for those who don't know, we are from a little podcast that hasn't even started yet called Guardians Stellar Squadron. It's a Sentai Power Rangers inspired scripted podcast. So I brought along with me a couple of my writers and one of our actors, and we're going to play a little game of Henshin for you all. What say we just get started, shall we?
Yeah, let's hop right in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Our story begins in the town of Clement Falls, a not so hustling and bustling town, somewhere in the Midwest. We zoom in over the lackluster skyline, and we find ourselves centered on a building that has some signage outside that labels it the Clef Club. This is sort of the central gathering place for the youth of Clement Falls, who are going there to enjoy music and a fun time. And we see standing at the door one of our characters. Paige, why don't you tell us about your character?
Okay. So, my character, she is, I think as we see her, she is like taking off like I think she has a motorcycle helmet on. And she pulls that off, and she's wearing a very, like, it's simple but kind of trendy, entirely black outfit, black tank top. She's got on like the high-waisted shorts. She's got on like really strong, like the kind of boots that you look at and you could go, oh yeah, you could go anywhere you want, and that they would weather, any of the mud, any of that. Those are shit-kicking boots. And like as the helmet comes off, there's just a cascade of like very long, dark black hair. She is a Puerto Rican lady in her early 20s or so, 21 I want to say. Lots of jewelry on, lots of piercings and that sort of stuff. And she is Natalia Narvaez, who works here as the bartender. And so she probably has, the keys or something. So she's like opening up to go in.
Yep. So you make your way inside, and the only person who's there before you and is just kind of working on the books is Miss K, the owner of the establishment. She looks up from working on the ledger and says, "Oh, Natalia, good to see you. You're here a little early today."
I think just kind of gives a little salute thing. Is like heading back towards the bar.
She kind of dips her head back down and continues doodling in the ledger. We're not actually looking at the ledger, so she could just be doodling. It's about that time that James, your character, makes his way into the building.
Okay,
Tell us about your character.
Yeah, so kind of from the direction of the loading dock, kind of from the opposite direction, like carrying an amp in to set it up near the stage, is Ellis Woodmere. Ellis is also kind of very early 20s, white dude, very large, like in every dimension. Like he's fairly tall, but also just like a cube, basically. And
life.
And he's got kind of a mid-length undercut, like a hot pink t-shirt with like an all over print of like possums wearing sunglasses and like, you know, vaporwave triangles. And then just like athletic shorts and big sneakers. And he's just, all right, where did you want this?
Oh, Ellis, you can just set it over there on the stage. The band will be here soon for sound check, so
Got it.
They'll figure out where they really want it.
Yeah, just goes. Okay, all right. 3 more. Turns around, hikes back out to go get another one because sound system ain't gonna move itself.
I think we fast forward a little bit into the evening, and the crowd has started to gather at the Clef Club. Mrs. K or Miss K is at the front door, and at this point, there's a line that's kind of started to grow at the front door. And at this point, Kris, your character arrives. So why don't you describe your character for us?
Sure thing. They kind of get caught up in the line outside, you know, trying to like sidle past people. Like, no, I'm not cutting. I'm not. I work. I don't have the shirt is inside. I wouldn't wear. Just this K. I'm on my way. This is Dee Dee. The name is Denise Davis. They're Dee Dee though, because it's easier than having to explain the spelling of Denise. It's with an A. Don't ask. It's a long story. It's silly. But yeah, they're black. They're like 19, 20. They got short, curly hair that's like dyed a kind of blue-green, bright, fun colors. Lanky in a sort of I'm not sure where to put my hands kind of way, and wearing like a lot of very thrifted and handmade clothes. So I think they've got like a shirt on that is put together out of multiple flannel shirts, and then pants on that are also put together out of multiple flannel shirts, and then bands.
Perfect.
There's a lot of patterns happening, and they're just sort of like disappearing into this crowd and then popping up somewhere closer, and then they disappear again and pop up further back. It's like, what happened? Eventually they get up to the front door and they're like, sorry about the timing. Traffic was a nightmare for the
Dee Dee,
bike.
I was going to say, I know for a fact you don't drive.
Biking has traffic. Also, there was a deer. It menaced me. Anyway, I'll be, and they just go inside.
No, I think you're going to be working the door tonight. I can't afford to have anything go wrong. No offense. You're just a little accident prone. So I'm going to have you take over the door, and I'm going to head back and make sure everything is ready for the show. You're good here?
Yeah, I just want to run it. I left my shirt in like the break room, and I just want to grab it because people, for whatever reason, they don't think I work here. I don't know. They don't like respect flannel. It's weird.
Perfect. Yes. Go get your shirt, and I'll be right here when you get back.
Yeah, they run in and are back soon, making eye contact with people in the crowd, like, shirt.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we get into the festivities. We get kind of a pastiche, a montage, if you will, of various goings on. You know, people coming up to the bar and getting drinks from Natalia, and Ellis is kind of working the stagehand angle. He's running up and changing out mics, like passing off guitars when the bands need to change their tuning on their guitars, and we see Dee Dee at the door, just kind of in a constant state of why am I here? Why am I at the door? Dealing with all these people at the door. And finally, we get to the headliner for the night. The headliner for the evening is a little band called Prairie Fire. They are a jazz funk quartet comprised of various folks of different backgrounds, and they start their set, and the crowd goes wild. They're like local superstars, basically, here in Clement Falls. Everyone knows Prairie Fire. Everyone loves Prairie Fire, and everyone is jamming out and having a good time. They finish their set with a medley of Stevie Wonder songs, and the crowd goes wild. The crowd loses their shit, and I'm sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to cuss. Are we allowed to cuss? I don't know. So the crowd loses their minds, and everyone kind of rushes the stage. They're all kind of like idling, trying to like get a piece of the action, so to speak. Trying to talk to the band, and one person in particular kind of makes their way off of the stage and walks over to Ellis. This is Eden. They walk over and, hey, Ellis, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. It's good.
That's good. Quick, good save there with the extension cord when we lost power in the middle of our set. That really helped out.
Oh yeah, no, no problem. And then Ellis just sort of stares awkwardly for a second off into the middle distance, just desperately trying to come up with something to say. It doesn't happen.
Cool. Did you are you doing anything later?
I mean, I'm probably helping with teardown, probably.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, if you have time, like after you're done here, the band is all going over to the creek, and we're kind of setting up a bonfire and just hanging out with a bunch of people. If you wanted to come,
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Thanks.
cool. I'll see you there. And they kind of saunter off.
And the moment they walk away, like the moment they're out of eye line, Ellis is just like, oh, "Why am I such a disaster?"
Can Dee Dee sort of like scoot up and be like, "I thought you handled that well. I thought it could have gone worse."
I mean, I guess I wish I could string together more than 2 words at a time when they're around. Jeez.
Practice? Spend more time. That's like a win-win.
Yeah, it's just like I don't really feel that way about most people. So like I don't know how to interact with people I'm into.
I think Dee Dee puts a hand on Ellis's shoulder like they're about to give very sage advice and then says, "Can you help me with the door? I wedged it open earlier just to let people in, and now I can't unstick it."
yeah, I got it.
Yes.
No worries.
Okay, thank you. Because if I broke the door,
Well,
she'll never put me on door duty again. I'm running out of things to do here.
Well, she'll never put me on door duty again either, but for different reasons. It's fine.
Nat can't do everything.
Y'all are adorable. I'm gonna take a moment, a brief pause, because I just got an update. We are $85 away from our current goal of $2,345.67. So please, if you are so inclined, donate, help us reach our next goal. And for those of you who do donate, you can select one of our lovely players to give a token to. The way that this game works, it's diceless, so it works on a token system. The more tokens they have, the more cool stuff they can do. So please donate and choose a player. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Come back from the commercial break.
So it's about that time, as you all are chatting, that Miss K walks up, and she's carrying the lockbox with all the cash from the night, and she says, "All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We just gotta clean up and get out of here. I'm gonna run to the bank, and I'll be back to lock up after you guys."
Don't exhaust yourself. It's a far run.
She just kind of stares blankly at Dee Dee for a moment and says, "You remind me of someone who I once knew."
You do too. I still know her though, because it's you. Just like maintains eye contact,
Just
thumbs up.
Just a two finger salute, and she's out the door.
I don't think my humor is landing with her. Is it me? It's not me. Is it me?
It's a little bit you.
No.
It's a little bit.
Over trying to get the door unstuck.
Do you need me to
Oh, I got it. She just got it wedged in there really good.
I think Nat just gives him a flat look. Like, this is not the first time this has happened.
No, there it goes. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Thank you. Okay, all we gotta do is clean up some trash. And that's a night, so someone grab a bag or a bin and I'll just pick it up, and then just starts picking up trash and like hacky sacking it into various bags and bins around the room.
Oh, so good.
It probably makes things worse. I don't think they have very good aim.
Yeah, I think before Nat starts going to help out, she like goes behind the bar, like quick, goes and sets out like a drink for each of us, whatever our favorites are, and just sits that out so it's ready when we're done.
What does everybody drink? Now, Miss K is cool, so if you guys are underage, she doesn't mind if you guys like pour yourselves a drink.
I do have to bike back, so probably ginger beer with some mint.
Fancy little. I think that like Nat even goes and like does the fancy serve for it and everything. Like all the customers have left and everything, so like a little less stone faced. You know when like it's the end of the day, it's just the people it's like a weight off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Ellis, like it is probably called a martini on the menu, and all that means is it's served in a martini glass typically. But it is like extremely frou-frou. I don't even know what all's in it. It's just
Is it called the Clementini?
It's absolutely called the Clementini,
and it's not vodka or vermouth. It's like whiskey and some other stuff in it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, it's like some sort of cream liqueur and like it's awful.
Get one fruity bullshit.
Yes, correct.
That what Nat calls it. Pushes it across the bar.
And then I think Nat reaches underneath and grabs she got a coffee from somewhere else and she just has that.
just really quickly, Bob Hop has donated to give Kris a token.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey, Kris, you got a token.
1. Merci. Thank you so much. I will use it to solve problems instead of causing them.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, the use a token ones are more like solve a problem. But I'll cause more to get more tokens. Trust.
Oh, yeah.
So as you all are kind of settling in, doing your cleanup, all of that jazz, you hear noises coming from there's like a set of stairs that leads down to a cellar, but nobody ever really goes in there except for Miss K. It's just kind of like a storage room area that she uses for like extra chairs and stuff. But you hear noises coming, like really, really faint noises coming from down in the cellar.
Does anyone else hear that?
Oh, thank God! I thought it was just me. Is this place haunted and she didn't tell us? Because I feel like
No.
legally she should have to tell us as part of the employment contract.
I mean, I think
Also, no, if you've read the contract at all.
I didn't.
I think it used
got
to be
me.
the old Rotary Club, but like
It's not going to be. People probably just like snuck back after and haven't left yet.
Do we have to
Well-
do something about it?
I mean, we probably do.
I'll go do something
At this
about
point,
it.
at this point, the ground shudders briefly, like there was a small explosion beneath the building.
But all right, I think we definitely
Oh.
have to do something about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
With backup, nobody goes solo. Listen, I've seen horror movies. Nobody's going solo.
Oh yeah.
While they're discussing this, I think Nat just like rolls her eyes and like. I think this is a bad habit of hers. I think she like vaults over the bar to go over to leave instead of just walking.
It looks cooler.
Perfect.
In
It
fairness,
looks
it looks
cool.
cooler.
It looks cool. She's the one who wipes it down. It's fine. Miss K saw her do it once and
Yeah.
told her not to do it again, and so then she just makes sure that Miss K isn't there. Every time she does it after, she's like, look, I'll go take care of it, okay?
We're coming with. Just
We
lead
are
the
going.
way.
Alright, come with. And yeah, I think she's just going for it.
Didi
We're
just
coming
looks at
with.
Ellis with a
Just-
sort of Didi just looks at
does-
Ellis with a sort of like, what part of that was a challenge?
Does still have the coffee.
I'm too uncaffeinated for this.
Need more
There's
caffeine
never
to deal
too
with
much
ghosts and
caffeinated for her.
explosions.
It's frankly unhealthy.
So you all begin to descend the stairs into the cellar area, and you see a dark room that is basically a storage. As you all are kind of making your way around, you can hear now voices coming from behind the wall. They're muffled, though, so it's hard to really make out what is going on. But you hear, at least one distinct voice saying some words. It's kind of grumbly, but sounds kind of like wind chimes also at the same time. And then some other sounds that aren't really like voices or words. It just kind of sounds like someone hitting a note, and then another person hitting a different note, and then another person hitting a different note.
Picked a weird time for band practice.
Is this like a surprise audition? Because she's not even here. We're not. Do they know we're not the ones who choose who plays
We
this
don't
year?
do that.
That's why it's a surprise. Look, I'm not the one who decided to do this down here. I'm just trying to figure. We could just go ask. I'm just gonna go ask.
Hey, I think Nat just like calls out, like walking towards where the voices are. walking with purpose.
Hmm.
The voices stop, and if there was a sound of them looking around, there would be a sound of them looking around. But then they go back to talking and are just they seem to be getting further away, but they're behind the wall. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to do to try to figure out how to get past this wall? Because it is just a wall. There is no door.
Okay,
you
that was
can
my
see.
first question.
It's like dark in here. Is there a light we can turn on?
Yeah, you can turn on a light.
If I
Anything
like
that's-
pat down the wall, am I gonna find any like Scooby-Doo secret panels?
And that just flicks the light. Ugh.
Is that what you're doing? Are you patting down the wall?
I sure am. Just like, okay, we've got maybe ghosts, maybe some wind chimes. This is pretty much already an episode of Scooby-Doo, so I'm just gonna look for like a panel that turns around or like a haunted painting or something.
Is there a light move that you can do that can
Ooh.
explain?
Oh,
I mean, do people expect better of me here than assuming it's Scooby-Doo? Because one of mine is act childish when someone expects better. Another is
A
endanger
little bit,
someone.
yeah.
Another one.
bit.
Another one is endanger someone instead of accomplishing something, and I'm a someone.
Okay, yeah, I'll give that to you. If Nat feels like she would expect better of Dee Dee in a moment like this, like, come on,
Like, there's
there's clearly
someone
something
here.
going on.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to keep things lighthearted. I don't want anyone to be scared.
Well,
I'm also
Dee Dee,
anyone.
the joke's on Nat, because as you're fumbling around on the wall trying to find a secret panel, you do indeed find a stone that's loose, and you kind of push on it, and the stone kind of recedes into the wall, and then the wall slides to the side, and you see extending in front of you a corridor that looks way more high tech than anything you've ever seen in the Clement Falls area ever.
Dee Dee just like turns to that with a very like surprised and triumphant face, like, "Who says cartoons aren't educational? Let's head into darkness."
what in the heck?
The fuck?
I don't know. Is there like more wind chime sounds from down there?
Oh yeah, and they're starting to get clearer now that the wall is out of place. You hear,
Quickly, we must work quickly. We must find the devices before the Guardian returns.
Revise that. Who the fuck?
One way to
okay.
find out. Starting to like shimmy back down the corridor. Join me
Yeah,
in the scary zone.
We gotta do something about this. Hey! Oh, it's just shouting down the corner.
Just
Hey,
echoes.
whoever you are, you're not supposed to be here. I am using the light turn. Demand someone pay attention to you right this moment.
you hear footsteps come running down the out through the darkness into the corridor, and as they do, lights begin to light up as they're moving. You know, like those motion activated lights.
Ooh.
So you see before you three figures. They are all appear to be like dripping clay. They're like all brown, with like pieces of stone in their bodies, and on their faces there is no mouth, there is no nose, there are only two eyes, and they are gold coins. And they look at you, and without even using a mouth to open, one kind of and they all rush toward you. What do you do?
Yeah. In return.
I think Nat is running forward, is going to like Dee Dee was the one who was furthest forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah, Nat is going to run in. This is going to be one of my just regular turns. Try to protect someone in need. I think this counts as in need, and just like grab and throw them back out from the front.
Great, because one of my regular turns is react by taking temporary cover, and I'm 100% doing that. Just gets chucked out of this tunnel, scrambles over to the side, and is just like, what just happened? What just happened? Why is there screaming?
What the heck are those things?
All right, Nat. So as you do that, the two lower pitched ones reach you first, and one of them grabs you by the arm, the other one grabs you by the leg, and they begin pulling you down to the ground.
I am. Oh, geez. I don't know if I have any light turns I really work with this, but take action, leaving yourself vulnerable. I think Nat is going to go like the one that's on the arm, grab with like her other like make sure she also has a hold and just yank down onto the ground with her.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got one that is fully down on the ground with Nat. We've got one that has Nat grabbed by the leg and is just kind of trying to pull Nat further into the tunnel, but also like trying to envelop her almost as they begin to just kind of cover her in this brown viscous clay. The higher pitched one leaps over the two that are attacking Nat and rushes toward Ellis. Ellis, what are you doing?
I think Ellis is just sort of standing there stunned, and so like this thing just like barrels into Ellis and like throws him back out of the corridor.
Oh.
Using the light turn, fail to react and get cast aside.
Oh no.
Good. Okay. So we've got DD with 2 tokens, we've got Ellis with 2 tokens, and we've got Nat with 1 token right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's entirely too many people on the floor. So I'm gonna stand up and just kind of like compose myself. And then I want to spend a token I'm using dice as tokens because all games must have dice. I'm gonna spend a token to stumble upon an unlikely perfect hit. And I'm like stand up, like steps into the opening of the corridor, like looks one direction, there's Ellis with 1, looks the other direction, there's Nat with 2. Those numbers are less fair. I'm gonna run into the tunnel to try to get Nat out of there.
Perfect.
And as I like run, I think I trip on I mean, maybe just my own 2 feet. I might be clumsy.
Yeah, maybe your shoelaces. I mean, you are wearing.
I'm wearing slides.
Oh, you're
sorry.
Of course.
It's fine. I'll just trip on my own 2 feet. That's funnier. And then I like trip and tumble, and kind of like as I fall, like manage to like grab Nat and sort of like pull her up and out of this clay pile.
Goo.
So
yeah.
we never discussed this in our game planning. What's the perfect hit? What's our Zed Putty Z medallion? Where do you hit them that kind of takes one of them down?
I think I am like falling and trying to figure out where to put my hands, because into the goo seems like a bad place, and so I go for like the hardest available surface, which is their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, on most things, eyes are sensitive.
Eyes are pretty vulnerable.
So just like mash, and they're like, ah! And they kind of like recoil from that, and I can like pull it out of the goo.
No, actually, as you impact the eyes of the one, the mid-toned one, it kind of shakes a little bit and then dissolves into a puddle of clay and then just kind of evaporates into nothingness.
Didi's like shaking off their hand, like, I mean, I didn't mean to do that, but Alice hit them in the eyes. I mean, that
got it. And Ellis, like, you know, with this thing on top of him, like looks to one side, looks to the other. Yeah, okay, that could work. And then like rolls to one side, coming right up next to one of the shelves, and just smashes the thing into the shelf and like neatly bisects it into individual like sections, and like just manages to hit right on, so the eyes pop off. Like, just
Perfect.
goes through the thing, displaying innovative fighting technique.
Ooh.
Nice. All right, Nat, we got one more. What are you doing?
So Nat is picked up, and is this goose still on me?
It's still on you, but it's not restraining you. You can pick yourself up if you want. It is you're kind of struggling against it as it is still latched onto your arm, but you're not immobile.
Yeah, I think Nat just stands up and like shakes this off, pushes her hair back, and I think she just kind of wants to go to punch the last one in the face. I think I need to display reckless fighting technique and just sock this thing.
All right.
That is a regular turn. My regular turns are really good.
So you punch this thing in the face, and we see your hand like sink into the face, and the two eyes kind of pop out the back of its head as it again dissipates into a puddle of clay and then just kind of evaporates. You hear the rummaging of something deeper into this corridor, and again, still like the sound of like wind chimes almost, but no speaking at this point.
Is everyone okay? We're all alive?
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell was that?
Walk.
I don't know, but I don't think it's over. Whatever it is, I think I still hear something.
I want it to be over.
Nat just like reaches up, pulls her hair up into a ponytail, and starts marching down the hall towards whatever the fuck is left.
That's the upstairs is that. We're just going. Oh, we're just going.
We're just
towards the
going.
thing.
We better go.
Okay.
Would this be interfering with a reliable course of action in not being here?
It would reliably make us safer to leave, probably.
I think that's a
Short
light,
term,
I
at
can
least.
interfere with a reliable course of action. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, so Nat, you're staying where you are, or you're making your way?
I'm making
Further
my way
down.
down. I'm going for whatever this is.
All right, making your way downtown, walking fast, strangers pass, and you're homebound.
Staring
So-
at the fucking floor because we popped their eyes out. I mean, that's such a cool weak spot.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was a good choice. It was good. So Nat is making her way down the corridor, and Dee Dee and Ellis are kind of begrudgingly following her.
Yeah, we can't just let her go alone.
No.
As you round the corner of the corridor, you see that it opens up into a larger room. As the lights kind of flicker on, or the lights have already been on, but the lights in the corridor are now flickering on as they had turned off because there was no movement previously in that section of the corridor. You see that it opens up into a larger chamber. There's like a bank of computers that are all kind of have blinky lights and all the high tech sci-fi stuff that you would expect in a secret base of some kind of superhero, maybe. And you see a pedestal that's in the center of the room with three metallic objects. They look kind of like tuning forks, and there's a case around it, and you see a figure that is standing next to the case, and it looks like they're trying to break into the case, but the case is very difficult for them to break into. This figure is about 7 feet tall and made entirely out of various pieces of metal that appear to be chimes. That's probably where the wind chime sound was coming from. And it looks like they're almost like a knight shaped out to be like a knight, and they look to you and say,
Interlopers, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? It's after hours.
We work here.
We work here.
I have come to reclaim what belongs to my lord.
We're also not
Ew.
interested in any religious pamphlets, says, like, poking out from behind the other two.
Imbeciles, you will pay for your interloping.
as he reaches to his side and draws a sword, also made of wind chimes.
Okay. Sir, I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna ask you to calm down, please. There's no need for that. Do you need some help? The town has a good mental health services department. We can get you some help. I'm showing a soft spot for the wrong person or at the wrong time.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
delightful. Ideal. Oh.
The figure kind of shrugs to the side and then looks toward you and says,
One would require a mind to need mental help. I am but a construct in service of Signar Melodious.
Who?
Pathetic humans, you know not what terrors await you. Once my master is free.
you hear footsteps coming down the corridor behind you, like hurried footsteps, and Miss K calls out, Stupid fucking construct. You don't know what horrors await you. Computer, Storm Symphony Protocol. As the case opens up and she shouts, Grab the harmonizers now.
The fork thing? The cutlery? Those?
Yes, those. Do it now.
Okay.
Isn't he between us?
No, he's like on the opposite side of the
Okay.
case.
Oh, so the case is between. It's like, okay, I guess we better grab them before he does because it's in the middle. Yep.
Yeah. I
Grabs
think there's a moment we all
fork.
look at each other and we just kind of like lunge for them.
Holds fork. Holds that.
You all feel a surge of energy rush through your bodies, and why don't you? I would like for all of you to kind of describe like what the feelings, what the vibes are that are coming off of you right now. You haven't fully reached your full potential. You haven't transformed yet, but you are now feeling the power of these devices, whatever they are, the fork things. Let's go ahead and start with Nat.
I think it's energy more than anything. Like, it feels like, that she'd been like half awake and groggy, and suddenly everything is like clear for like a little bit clearer in the moment. And it's like there's energy there, but it's waiting for something to happen, but it's ready to go. I think like she's holding this thing and there's just a slow, full smile across her face. Because whatever this is feels pretty good.
Better than caffeine.
Oh, absolutely.
5-hour energy shot, but fork.
Dee Dee, what about you?
I think Dee Dee picks it up, and after that, like, initial uncertainty, just sort of like finds himself like bopping their head. And that's not uncommon, Dee Dee is often kind of just like jamming to the music in their own head, but then sort of like looks side to side and looks around and sees like Ellis and Nat also maybe kind of like bobbing their heads a little bit, and it's just like, oh, normally I'm the only one doing it. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but at least I'm not by myself.
And finally, Ellis.
Yeah, and for Ellis, it's like there's literally a gust of wind that blows his hair back as he takes hold of it, and like there's a I mean, like on screen we get kind of a wider shot as like you can see the like random like little bits of detritus and stuff kind of spinning around him as he just holds it and like starts like bobbing his head and like kind of transferring toe to toe, like he's about to jump into a dance number or something.
The figure across the room cries out,
"No! It seems they have found their match. No matter, I will pry them from your dead fingers."
As the figure lunges toward Ellis. Ellis, what are you doing?
Well, Ellis is feeling pretty freaking good about whatever this is, and I think he's like he intends to just go at it with this guy, like because all of a sudden he's feeling pretty unstoppable, and out of nowhere just goes, "All right, let's rock," and I'm spending a token to transform when danger appears.
All right, tell us
go.
what the viewer would see on screen as your transformation sequence.
Oh yeah. So that little bit of wind that was around him before kind of just kicks up into this like this gust, and then the background fade, like the actual environment fades away, and we just see him kind of in a void, and then like camera swoops out, like the suit comes in, just sort of the like pink all over bodysuit, and then like camera zooms in to the side of the head, and these wings just burst out and knock his headphones off. Just kind of burst out backwards, and then like swoop around to the hand holding the tuning fork, and it like in a burst of light is replaced with like a microphone that has like kind of big chunky ridges around the like cage of the ball, and then like it pulls back into like action pose with him like holding the microphone cord, like crossbody.
Beautiful. The Nat and Dee Dee, you see this happen, and you're kind of blinded by a flash of light for a moment. You don't actually get to see the cool transformation sequence because that kind of happens in everyone else's imaginations. But
in anime time,
but you're blinded by a flash of light, and when the flash of light subsides, you see Ellis. Well, you don't see Ellis anymore. What you see is this figure standing in bright pink armor, holding what looks like a giant microphone with like studs on the outside of it, and like a long microphone cord.
Dee Dee like gets behind Nat if they weren't already. Oh my god. Ellis, are you in there? Please.
And the figure, does a surprise express, whoa, what happened? What is this?
And it's about that. It's about that moment that the wind chime figure kind of impacts with Ellis and pushes Ellis back to up against a wall.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
My lights just went out.
But they're back.
Come on, button. There's the button. There we go. Little help.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I just said let's rock.
I think like Nat just kind of glances over at Dee Dee with like this grin growing on her face, like she's delighted by what's happening right now. Let's rock.
All right, Nat, tell us about your transformation sequence.
So I think for this one, Nat has the tuning fork in her hand, and like the camera follows the tuning like as she picks it up, and then like slams it like down on the ground. And as that happens, like the scenery like explodes away in a flash of light as a lightning bolt strikes directly where she is. And like as she stands up, like you could see the form of the suit coming into place. It's a very sleek, black suit, but like as the lightning like starts to fade away, there's flickers of it that make its way like throughout the body of the outfit and are just permanently sitting there, like just crackling through the whole thing. And she stands up, and the tuning fork has been glowing the whole time and breaks apart as she stands, and she's standing up with two large drumsticks, essentially. Very heavy looking. And then she like hits her cool pose.
Amazing. Okay, so again, Dee Dee, you see this another flash of light as Nat is enveloped in this light, and standing before you, you see this figure is standing in this black suit of armor with two drumsticks in their hands.
Well, not wanting to be left out, and also wanting to help maybe, Dee Dee's like, let's rock? So, no, you know what? No, they don't. At first, they like, look at the fork, look at everybody else, like, do that, like, up in the air with the fork, by the power of Great Ska! And nothing happens. They're like, okay, being serious though, let's rock!
Yeah.
All right.
And then they hit the actual thing, spending a token. Wow.
All right, tell us about your transformation sequence.
Yeah, I think they do the thing and then like bring their hand down like they're strumming on a guitar, like hitting a power chord. But they don't hit the chord on the down, they hit it on the up. And as they do that, sort of like toss the tuning fork in the air. And like every time it starts to come down, they just like bump it back up with another part of their body. They're hacky sacking it around again, but this time well. And every time it hits somewhere else, it like, that part of their like armor appears. So it's like on the foot, boots, on the elbow, sleeves, bonks on the head, helmet. And at the end, they are holding a guitar, the like body of which is like has like 6 points, like a snowflake. Except they're like holding it by the neck because the points are sharp for cutting and slicing, and then they're just like, man. Then they realize, oh, that's not how you hold a guitar. And then they hold it right. Like, wow.
Excellent. So the light dissipates and we see our final hero. And remind me, your color is actually green, right?
Yes, I am the green one. There's also, because I forgot, there's also like kind of mist drifting off of them, like when it's cold and you can see your breath because ice.
Ice, yes. So we see this figure standing in a green suit of armor with this ice axe. And Ellis is pinned against the wall by a giant wind chime monster guy. So what are you guys doing?
I am going to take a regular turn, which is display eccentric fighting technique, because Dee Dee doesn't know what exactly is happening or what they can do, but they have a sick guitar and are prepared to use it, so they just kind of like, I don't even play the guitar. Does the fork know that? And they just like hit a note, and I think some like ice shoots out of like the end of the guitar, and they're like, "Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's cool." And then just like point the guitar at our knight, well, not friend, knight foe, at the ground under their feet, and just start like playing the guitar, and then it ices up the floor under their feet so that they can't like maintain stable footing and start to slip. So Ellis has some like breathing space. Wow,
Perfect. Hey, breathing space.
Ooh, ooh.
I didn't even mean that one.
Whoops! Accidental name drop. Hopefully, Lee's watching. Hey, Scott, if you're out there, we're thinking of you. Okay, so yeah, Ellis, the figure who has you pinned against the wall is kind of losing their footing a little bit. I mean, you're still there. Like,
Yeah.
they're not really going anywhere, but they don't have quite as much leverage over you anymore. What are you doing?
I think like glancing down at his feet starting to slip around and just okay, and like tosses the mic up holding the end of the cable and just swings it around so that it loops around one of the guy's ankles and just yanks, again trying to display innovative fighting technique.
Perfect. The figure topples to the ground and kind of slides away from you on the sheet of glassy ice that is formed underneath of it. Nat, what are you doing?
So I think what as this guy like slides on the ice like away from, I think he ends up getting stopped by like a boot on his chest, and Nat's just looking down like, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? And I think
Ice
she's
cold.
just going to like take the drumstick in her hand, like one of the ones in her hand, like spins it, and then it's just going to start bringing it down on this guy. I think this counts as a reckless fighting technique.
Sure. Yeah. So you begin drumming on this guy, and the chimes are all going off as you're like hitting the various chimes, and there's just these cacophonous kind of like what's the word I'm looking for, like shockwaves coming off of his chest as you're doing this, and he kind of looks around for a moment, struggling, and says,
Perhaps I'll have to secure the devices from you at a later time.
and the figure kind of breaks apart into various chimes as they all kind of fly off in different directions and disappear.
As they go, Dee Dee's just shouting like, "We open at 6!"
Yeah, he disappears underneath of Nat, and Nat ends up, like stepping down hard on the ice. I think she slips and bites it. I think she's just on the ground and just lays there for a second, like, oh, I had a cool moment. Oh, I did it.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Perfect. We're going to take a quick pause for a second so that we can announce that our final art raffle is starting right now. If you'd like to donate in order to secure a ticket for this raffle, every $5 donation gets an entry. The raffle lasts until 9:30 CST, and the raffle is for a bust-up commission from Kemma, who is also at FaveThemChem on Twitter. Also, just a reminder, if you're so inclined to donate, not only do you get the raffle ticket, but you could also donate a token to one of our lovely players as we finish up our last hour of this game.
Help us do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff.
And also fund a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I do love that the art commission for this, like starting with this chunk, is Kemma's, because in the very first game of the stream, which was Masks, they played a legacy character that was like a tokusatsu character, and I'm like, the parallels.
Perfect.
I love them.
Ah, yes, it's all
Camera,
all
this one's
coming
for
together
you.
now.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it when a plan comes together. So as we fade back into our story, Nat is currently on the ground in her armor. Dee Dee is kind of like jazzed from the events of what's been going on, standing there in their armor. Ellis is kind of catching his breath in his armor, and we just hear the slow clap in the background. I can't do the slow clap because I'm holding down keys in order to actually speak to you all. But you hear the slow clap in the background as Miss K kind of steps into the room and says, "That was impressive."
Miss K, some kind of like supervillain has made a layer underneath the club. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh, Dee Dee. I suppose I have some explaining to do. If you all would say power down.
Power
Power
down.
down.
We're all so confused. We're all just like, huh?
Your suits of armor kind of dissolve around you and fade away as you're back into your regular street clothes.
Question: Does the ice fade away?
The ice also does fade away.
Okay. That would have been even more unpleasant. I think, yeah, if the ice isn't there, I think Nat just stays laying on the ground.
Oh no.
Well, after a moment, Ellis does step up and just sort of offer a hand to help you up.
Give me a moment. Okay, I'm good now. It just takes it. Let's pull it up.
Sorry about that. It helped for a bit, but
No, that
such as ice. Sorry.
that was cool.
Just huge
Don't
smile on
give me
Didi's
that.
face because
Don't give me
nobody joins them in the puns.
So, sorry you had to find out this way. But
Yeah, what holds up tuning fork thingy?
It's a long story. The short version is there's an evil ancient sorcerer called Signar Melodius, who a long time ago, a group of heroes, much like yourselves now, locked away in a demiplane prison to prevent him from performing terrible acts of natural disaster, so to speak. If you've heard of Pompeii? Yeah, that was him.
I thought that was a volcano.
Yeah, he kind of caused the volcano to erupt.
Okay, yeah.
Really? Just like that? Really? Okay.
The bucket of bolts that you all encountered, that's his general conductor. Performs all of his evil deeds while he's locked in the demiplane. And, well, I don't see them around, but...
I think we saw them around.
Yeah, there were some dirt guys.
Oh, the ones with the eyes?
Quirons, yeah. The hench creatures.
Explains the singing.
Yeah.
Hate that.
I mean, at least there's like a fun name for everything. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate like the commitment to a bit. Question though, because you said a group of heroes such as yourselves. We're yourselves. Are we superheroes now? Was that in the job contract? Because I didn't read
No,
it.
I
it wasn't in
mean,
the job contract.
I was hoping that I would be able to find some people who were skilled fighters and people who were, I don't know, meant to wield the power, but looking back on it, that was probably foolish of me. It was probably more likely that the powers were going to end up in the hands of someone who was not quite ready for them. I'm going to stop talking now. Well, I'm going to continue talking, but I'm not going to continue talking about the things that I'm talking about. So yeah, you are by all rights currently superheroes. Yeah, you are wielding what I have dubbed harmonizers. They contain powers that were created by a group of beings, I would say. More likely beings. I don't think they were really people. Beings that were keen on guarding this galaxy and this universe and other universes like it from evil. Yeah. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
Raised his hand with a question.
Yes, Dee Dee.
Do we get overtime for that? Compromise. If we're late because of superhero stuff.
I will understand.
Yes, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm down.
No, yeah, this is sick as hell.
That was pretty sick. With the like, what is that? Drumsticks? Where did those come from?
The fork?
When? All I saw was like light, and then you were like, "Ka-cha!" I don't know what happened.
Where'd the guitar come from?
Fair. You know what? That's fair. I also don't know.
And Elle, like, how'd you know to do that?
I don't know. I just like it was like suddenly I had muscle memory of using a microphone as a weapon. I don't know.
That was sick.
Oh crap! I was supposed to go to a party after this.
Oh no! What time is it? I don't have a watch. Why am I looking at my wrist?
Miss K, can we? Just there's the thing.
A thing. Sure. Yeah. Hang on. And she kind of reaches into a container that's next to one of the computers and hands you all basically what look like watches, but they don't have any watch faces on them. Here, just in case I need to get a hold of you. I know I've got your cell phone numbers, but this is a little bit... Actually, now that I think about it, this is less discreet. I could probably just text you. You know what? Forget this. Forget this. And she takes the watches. She takes the watches back and throws them back in the box. This was a dumb idea. I can just text you.
Oh.
Just set like a good ringtone that you're gonna know. Like, this is an emergency. If I text you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Doing that now.
I mean, I'll do it later.
Well, so you guys really don't have any questions? Like, you just want to go and...
I'm still processing.
Yeah,
fair.
This was kind of a lot.
That's fair.
But like a lot.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. My color playbook says that I'm cool and laid back. I'm good.
Color playbook. What does that even mean?
It's one of those like hip
That stares
young kid
directly
things.
at the audience.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, cool and laid back. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Well, all right. I guess you. I mean, I see that you guys you were able to finish cleaning up the place before you found your way down here, so that's good. Yeah, go get out of here. Have fun, kids. I'll finish up down here. Gonna have to do an overhaul on my security protocols.
Yeah,
Looks like.
the door was unlocked. And the wall
Yeah.
was unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, go have fun. Have fun. Do your thing. And
Catch you around, Miss K.
she just turns and starts fiddling with the computer. Oh, lock the door on your way out.
How? We like pushed a rock to open it. I don't know how to. Are these
she means,
keys?
like, I think she means like the door to the club.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been a long day.
I think, yeah. Question: Are those coins like still on the ground from when we like took out the Quirons?
No, they disappeared with the Quirons.
Shit, I want to take one of those. Pretty cool. A trophy,
Put that on a necklace. That would be sick.
right?
All right. So are you all going separate ways? Are you going with Ellis to this party? What's going on?
And I'm sure
You
that'll
said
be cool if
party?
you came along. Yeah. Down by the river creek.
Oh, who party? Like,
The band and some people, I think.
Ellis has a date. Okay, maybe not exactly that, but it could be.
mm-hmm.
Wait, is that what this was? Is that what they were?
My man.
Oh, I mean,
It's okay.
like, good. Yes.
Yeah.
I.
Do you need
Look,
backup?
we can come for like moral support.
Yeah, gears in his head preemptively locking up. It just.
Oh no.
I think Nat just reaches out and just puts a hand on top of his head. Like, do you need backup? Okay.
Slow nod.
Okay, so you all make your way down to the river in a van down by the river. You make your way down to the river where this party is going on. There's some people that are kind of playing acoustic guitars and like drumming on logs and stuff, just kind of playing like casual like jam music. There's a big old bonfire that's going on. There's drinks that are being poured and passed around. You know, everybody's having a cool time. Where is everybody headed to as far as the party goes? Like, do you have a specific thing you're trying to do at the party, or you're all just kind of posted up like together watching the party?
I don't know. If we're all like standing around Ellis, does that mean Eden's not going to come talk to him? Because how do we got to look like we're talking about something interesting enough that they're like, hey, let me get in on this conversation, but not so interesting that they're like, well, I can't interfere there, you know?
Do we see them here?
Yeah, you see Eden. They're hanging out with the rest of the band, just kind of relaxing, having a drink near the fire. They're not playing any music. They already did their music thing for the night, so they're just kind of chilling. Other people are kind of providing the chill jam band music for the evening. So yeah, they're just kind of hanging out.
And like, Ellis, who has acquired a red solo cup from somewhere, full of something, raises it toward them, like makes eye contact, gives them a nod, but doesn't immediately attempt to engage further.
Eden sees Ellis and waves over at him and smiles.
Oh, okay. Here I go, I guess.
I'll bail you out if you need it.
Sending
And,
good
yeah,
vibes.
go.
Pat on the back, which practically like it's a pat
Yeah,
and then a
it's-
push towards them.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going. Like,
They grow up so
yeah,
fast.
I love to see it.
Ellis, approaches and, hey.
Oh, hey, you made it.
Yeah. Cleanup took a little longer than we thought. Some really nasty, like, dirt got into the basement. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that sounds grody. Well, you got a lot of catching up to do. We've been pounding drinks all night, so she
Holds up.
kind of she sees you hold your cup up, and they. Sorry. Stupid lizard brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. They see you hold your cup up, and they kind of push the bottom of the cup and push the cup toward your lips.
Yeah.
Playfully, like.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Looks like you're gonna need another drink.
Yeah, looks like. I'll just go do that. I'll be back soon.
I'll be here.
Cool.
So as Ellis wanders off to go grab another drink, Nat, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Kind of looks over.
Standing behind you, you see your family friend, Lou Mitchell. Nat, how's it going? I'm so glad to see you here. I wasn't expecting you to be here. I figured you'd still be at the club or whatever. Have you talked to Miss K yet about getting my band in?
So it's good to see you too. No, wasn't really planning on showing up, but I mean, what the hell, right? Just like
Cool.
takes a drink.
Cool. Yeah. So,
Dee Dee, you've met Lou.
Oh yeah, Dee Dee. Hey, how's it going?
Just hanging. What's the party vibe? How's it going? How you been?
It's good. Yeah. I was just kind of wanting to talk to my pal Nat here, see if maybe I could get my foot in the door over at the Clef Club.
Oh, the list of people we got coming up. I'll bring it up next time.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just the same thing that she says every time this happens.
Is Nat making any kind of like face at Dee Dee, like help me get out of this?
No,
or
it's
is she just like
it's
stonewalling it?
I think we've worked together long enough that you can tell pure
like,
exasperation.
Yeah.
But like she still goes and like slings an arm around like Lou's shoulder, like I'll do my best. That's it. That's all they're getting. It's so non-committal.
I'll see what I can do, says nothing.
Cool. Great. Well, I should probably get going then. Lots of people to schmooze with and hang out. Y'all have a great time. Have fun.
Yeah.
I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Catch you around. Say hi to your dad for me.
Oh yeah, sure, will do. Say hi to your dad for me.
All right.
I have two moms. Sorry, I was feeling left out in the dad's conversation.
Say hi to your moms for me. That sounds inappropriate.
I get it.
It's just like a genuine laugh. Go on, before you say anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Later.
And once they walk away, just my fucking god.
They're still on that with the.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Do you think there is a time when a hint will be taken?
No. They haven't taken a hint their whole life.
Oh, that's rough.
And they're
It's like, how many times do you have to say
look,
the same?
it's not good. It's
That's
not.
unfortunate.
I subbed in for their drummer the one time, and it's not.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to be the one to have to say it.
No.
Anyway, I've just been standing here like I'm holding a cup for like 20 minutes. I should go get one. Dee has just been like standing there, like raised a cup to Lou as he left, but like wasn't holding anything. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
No, I'm just gonna keep an eye out.
Yes, I'll be right back though.
Yep.
Backs up.
And just keep standing there, looking cool and aloof.
Mm-hmm. As Dee like walks backwards, can they bump into someone and just ruin their day?
Absolutely.
Just make someone spill their drink on them, perchance.
So yeah, as you're backing up, Dee Dee, you feel the splash of a drink that begins to pour down your back, and someone else's front. As you bump into Anya, who immediately screams, "Oh, what the fuck!"
Oh, that's on me. Hey! Oh, nice to see you. How's it been? How's it going? Leaning like they're leaning on something. They're not.
Oh, just great. I'm currently soaked in whatever this was. And
nice.
I'm looking at you. So, just great.
Fantastic day. Nice running into you. How's the party going? Is the temperature? I guess I'd ask how it tastes, but like it's on you and you're not drinking it. So like temperature is okay?
Oh yeah, temperature's great. It's been in my hand for a little while, so it's almost like a lukewarm bath.
Yeah, I could see how that would be refreshing. It's probably gonna end up sticky though, so take an actual one later. Where did you get that BT dubs? Because I just got here a little bit ago and I haven't really empty. Tragic.
Yeah, sure. I don't think Anya's ever said a serious, made a serious comment in their life. She just kind of is always sarcastic, like can't turn it off. So, yeah, sure, right over there. Why don't you go get one?
Thank you so much. Like hand on shoulders. Like I give you a hug, but I don't want to take that from you.
But then we'd be twinsies, right?
Oh, you're right. Hug. Like just pulls her in.
Oh God. This is great. I don't hate this at all.
So it's a weird caveat, but you know what? We'll get there on the communication. It's a work in progress, but I got you, fam. Okay. I will be, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with a drink, my own. I can top you up if you want.
I'm fine.
Okay. Man, you're so nuts. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I'll be right back. And then just goes away, and I imagine she's gonna disappear before they get back.
Well, actually, as Dee Dee walks over to get a drink, we kind of cut away and we see this is for the viewing audience. We see a cloudy, kind of misty realm, and we hear pipe organ music, straight out of Phantom of the Opera. Just pipe organ music as we see a figure who is probably 9 feet tall. hunched over a giant pipe organ and just kind of slamming away at the keys. And we hear a voice from behind them.
My master, I was not able to retrieve the devices for you. Unfortunately, it appears your imprisonment will be extended.
The figure turns around and we see the face of Signar Melodious, who is kind of a distorted humanoid figure, but like part of their face is charred, part of their face is like ice, part of their face is like dirt, like they're like kind of an amalgam of elements. And they turn around and say,
Well, that truly is a disappointment, Conductor. However, not to worry. We have other means of securing my freedom. I'll simply send you back to that realm and we will destroy the new Guardians. Yes, perfect. Now, there is one thing that I will need from you.
and they kind of make their way over to Conductor and they pull out one of the chimes and replace one of the chimes with a key from their organ and slide it in.
That should do the trick. Now all you have to do is go and cause a little mayhem. Yes. Of course, my lord. Anything for you.
And as Conductor disappears, Signar kind of they're wearing like one of those shirts with tails, and so they push the tails out and sit back down at the organ and begin to slam away back at the organ again. And it's about that time that you all receive a text message from Miss K.
Hold on, holy shit! That's so good.
I love it so much.
We know that Nat hasn't changed her ringtone. Did Ellis and Dee Dee change their ringtones?
Yes.
What did you change your ringtone to?
My ringtone for Miss K is now James Bond by the Selector.
Perfect.
There's some spy shit.
And mine is the theme song to a popular children's action TV series that we do not have the rights to. Yeah, exactly. Just as he's downing a shot that someone has convinced him to start to drink.
Yep. As you're downing the drink, we hear.
Yeah. Checks text message.
It's very short. You all should get to downtown now with like 7 exclamation points.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes eye contact with Dee Dee and brain shutting off. It's good. Everything's fine. with Dee Dee and Nat, yeah.
I think like you make that eye contact and Nat goes. Has not looked at. The phone is on vibrate.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hold up phone, point to phone.
Just like, is there some sort of trash receptacle nearby?
Yeah.
Just takes her drink and just directly in from where she's standing.
I think Dee Dee had like just gotten theirs. It's just like, oh geez. Takes like one sip and on the way back to like where we came from, because that's probably where their bike still is, like just just hands that to Anya. It's just like, hey, I got you a refill. Takes the empty one, gives it the fresh one.
Oh, thanks. I love backwash.
Besties. And just throw it in the garbage on the way out.
All right, so you guys take off.
Pedals to the metal.
Oh, I'm on a motorcycle. I'm going.
I'm
Ellis, do
biking
you
really
need a
fast.
ride? I don't know how you got
Yeah.
here.
I think Ellis has a extremely crappy 20-year-old Honda Civic.
Perfect.
Should.
Oh, this is so good.
Just like gets on bike, sees car, sees motorcycle.
You need a lift? I think we can fit the bike in the back. It's a hatchback.
Yeah, okay. She said it was an emergency, so we should probably, because I was gonna try to catch up, but now that doesn't seem like a good idea.
The environment, the environment appreciates the sentiment.
Do it for Earth.
Let's go.
All right, so you all take off for downtown. As you arrive in downtown, you see that there are fires that have been started in downtown. There's like volunteer firefighters that are trying to put out these fires. There's people that are kind of scattering from various areas where they were like walking at night with their dogs. Like it's a very quiet town, so there's not a lot of people around, but there's enough destruction that you can follow the trail of destruction, and eventually you find your old pal Conductor, who is like taking and pointing his hands at various things, and you hear the chimes go off, and there's like blasts of fire coming out as he's kind of setting fires to everything. What do you do?
I guess let's make some music. We all got our pork things.
I mean, is it gonna work again?
I mean, it's worked once. Why would it not work ever again? That's how things work, right?
I don't know if these ever recharge. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Let's rock.
Let's rock.
Fuck. I don't have a token.
Yeah, I still have
Neither
tokens
do I.
left, but
I have
I don't-
0 tokens.
I think we tried. It just doesn't
Yeah.
work this time.
Just try it. It doesn't work, at least for us.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's more thematically appropriate if it doesn't work for any of us. So
No. Mm-hmm.
So you all shout, "Let's rock!" And Conductor turns around and says,
My old playthings. Perfect. Time
Fork.
to fry you to a crisp.
Fork, please. Shaking it. Like, that'll help. Fork, anytime now.
comes charging towards you. What are you doing?
I have a light turn that is fail to react and cower. I'm going to hide behind Ellis's car.
oh,
Perfect.
I think I'm also going to fail to react and overexert myself. I think that's going to be through trying to I think I take whatever hit this is. I try to roll with it to go and take the brunt of it, but it still knocks the wind out of me.
Yeah. So Conductor comes charging towards you guys, just knocks Nat out of the way and rushes toward Ellis's car and blasts Ellis's car with his gauntleted hand, and Ellis's car goes up in flames.
my baby!
My hiding spot! Brambles away from it.
My fucking arm!
We've all suffered losses. Okay. Now what? If anybody has a plan B, I would love to hear it.
Ellis,
I'll
what are
also
you
take
doing?
any other letter of the alphabet.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that. Oh, you're gonna pay for that? Come on, let's rock!
Yeah.
And this time, yeah, it catches and whatever engine powers this thing, the beat comes to life, and we get the extremely abbreviated version of the transformation sequence.
Yeah, these are going to be like flash morphs. This is like you're going to pay for that, and you start running at him. Let's rock, and then
They have the budget for one full transformation sequence per
Yep.
episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's at this point that that Nat and Dee Dee, you feel your harmonizers begin to kind of vibrate in your hands as well.
Mm.
All right, guess Ellis takes the lead. And yeah, I think she just like takes it and like she doesn't get up to set it off. She just hits on the ground where she is. Let's rock and just flash transforms there.
Dee Dee is just like on the ground, like looking at the thing, like, listen, don't do this to me again, okay? I can't take that.
Dee Dee!
Not now. Stop.
Dee Dee!
Okay.
Taking a regular turn. Remind someone of the real task at hand.
He was just like, we will talk about this later. Let's rock! And then it works.
All right, so the three of you flash transform, and you are now in your suits of armor, and Conductor is there. He has set fire to Ellis's car. What are you guys doing?
I think, okay, so you said the street was largely empty save for the fires, right?
Correct.
I think Dee Dee at least assumes like, okay, well, fire hot, ice cold, those should cancel out. And wants to help some of these firefighters by like shooting some ice at some of these fires. However, one, fire beats ice famously by Pokemon rules, and two, ice makes people slip and fall down. So I'm going to endanger someone instead of accomplishing something.
Perfect. Yeah, we see these firefighters. Actually, I think what even happens is as you're kind of blasting these ice shards to try to put out the fires, like these are super powered ice shards, and like they catch the stream. Yeah, they catch the streams that are coming out of the hoses, and the entire stream inside the hose like backs up all the way to the hydrants. The hydrants freeze up. There's no water coming out of the hoses now. Yeah, Dee Dee did a bad.
My bad. I'll fix it. Somehow. Guitar, please.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ellis is like has come forward and is just like, spinning this microphone on the end of its cable, and like, giving it a spin and then catching it with an elbow so it flips out and around and straight out. And like, every time it hits Conductor, it's just ping, pong, pong.
Nice.
But he's like getting overextended. I'm taking action, leaving myself vulnerable.
Sounds beautiful, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does sound beautiful until Conductor catches the microphone and yanks Ellis toward him, and then kind of and then clotheslines Ellis and knocks Ellis onto the ground.
Ooh, okay, ow.
Nat, what are you doing?
I think yeah, he goes onto the ground and yeah, Nat pushes herself up and I think just kind of charges for it. And like yeah, I think that she's going to be going in and just try to knock Conductor off and like away from where Ellis is. I think that's trying to protect someone in need.
For sure. So you rush up. I'm almost imagining you like striking your drumsticks together and creating like a boom, with like a thunderclap sort of thing. As you send Conductor flying away from Ellis and into a building, and they're leaving kind of like a Conductor shaped hole in the building. As you guys all gather your composure once more, you're together as a team in your armor. You hear over like inside your helmets. So I probably should have talked to you about this before, but you can bring your weapons together to create an even more powerful weapon. It's something that could probably help you out in this moment to just kind of deal with Conductor right now, as opposed
Yeah,
to
maybe.
trying this out.
Yeah, that would have been good to know.
How are you watching?
Live feed from the helmet visors. Also, I have I'm connected to you via Wi-Fi. So
Okay, so more reasons to fear the surveillance state. Okay, but like, bring them together how? Because just like takes guitar, like mashes it against like microphone cord.
okay, so I haven't really perfected this yet. Like, there should be like a command word or phrase that you guys use. I mean, you can come up with it right now. I've got a live link to the weapons. I can program it right now. Just tell me what you guys want to, how you guys want to initiate this sequence sort of thing.
This is a lot under pressure. We could like, you know that when you're like trying to think of something on the spot and like every word you know leaves your head?
Yeah.
That's Dee Dee's kind of panic right now of just like what is any word? What do we want? A cool phrase to be. Did we already have one? I don't remember.
I know we named the weapon and we named our individual weapons. I know we did
This
that.
is true. What was the cool thing? It was like a big bow, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I think we just snap
You know what?
into it.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Just call out the names of your weapons and throw them into the air. They'll come together somehow. That sounds like something that comes from a licensed kids television show.
You know, fuck it. Don't overthink it. And like Nat like spins the drumsticks between her hands and tosses them up, calling out "Clubbers clubs."
Yes. Oh,
And then,
can I
like-
oh sorry. Can I pitch you something though, Paige?
Yeah.
One, because Nat is very cool, and the black one, and two, because drumsticks, can she like count us in?
Oh no, yeah. I think like toss it up catches them up, and yeah, just the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Extremely good.
Yeah.
Because then Dee Dee can like
Perfect.
hit the guitar next. It's just like, all right, Snowflake, let's shred.
And then, yeah, Ellis gives the microphone a good spin and shoots it up into the air. Let's go. Bubblegum tornado.
It's probably like something that like Dee Dee probably like shreds something and then holds the guitar up and like maybe the cord from the mic just like wraps around it and it bends into shape.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nat like grabs the, like, we're all probably holding on to this at some way to like help
probably
pull it.
large,
Like
yeah.
it's a heavy string and we all hold on, just pull it back.
Mhm.
As Conductor stumbles out of the building and sees you all, you've
And a giant bow at him. Yeah.
you've got your giant crossbow. Yeah, I mean, call out the name of your weapon and fire on him. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tempest Dark!
Yes, absolutely.
It's blast him!
Mhm.
All right, so we see the two drumsticks come flying off of this massive crossbow, and they impale. They impale Conductor, and he kind of tumbles to the ground, and we see a massive explosion, and then we cut immediately to Signar Melodius in his demiplane prison, and he's like watching on this viewing globe, and he says, "Oh no, the final act hasn't come yet. Grow, my monster, grow!" as we see Conductor rise from the explosion into a giant form.
What? Weapon, hurt them. Don't make them better.
A weapon hurt him.
What?
I have a quick question. So we did just blow him up. How did the people around us feel about this?
The people are kind of watching. They're a little bit shocked. There are a couple of people who are just like cheering you guys on because obviously like this is a bad thing that was happening. Yeah. So again, Miss K comes over the headphones or over your helmets and says, "Oh, by the way, probably something I should have mentioned. Yeah, they have a tendency to get big after you defeat them the first time. It's a weird thing. Don't ask me why. It just
How do you
happens.
know this?
Experience. We'll talk about it later. Anyway,
Kind of you to assume there's a later where we're alive.
Dude, big.
You're gonna want to call your crescendo mechs.
Our whom?
Our
What?
They're
So who-
they're giant
what?
robots. Just say we need crescendo mech power now.
We need crescendo mech power now.
We need crescendo mech power now.
Let's get crescendo mech power in now.
It's a necessity.
Okay, we got 15 minutes, so we're gonna rapid fire.
Yeah.
We're gonna rapid fire go through our mech sequences. We'll start with Ellis.
Yeah. So Ellis's mech, just like just cut to open blue sky somewhere where there's daylight for some reason, because again, we've only filmed one version of the sequence. And then just swooping in out of nowhere, this massive like bird, it's shaped like a blue jay, but it's pink. And it just swoops in and gives a big like wing, like that, the big like
Wing flap.
that stops it in place and hits the ground with a swell of wind. Perfect.
Nat?
I think we see it's another different area, but this one is the skies are dark and there's clouds swirling overhead and lightning flashing, and then like in an instance there's a crack of thunder, and then it just starts pouring down so thick you can't really make anything out of it until you see a set of glowing eyes, and slinking out of it, prowling out, you see a big mech that's shaped like a dire wolf that just makes its way over.
And finally, Dee Dee.
It goes to just like a fully like all white screen, and it's like, oh, the TV broke. No. Until like you realize like, oh no, that is like an overcast cloudy sky and snow, and then just like jumping up out of the snow is like this big green and white fox thing, and as it like pounces down, it just like lands nearby and then just like skids on some ice like right up to Dee Dee, who's like, yeah, right, like does not want to be hit, but it like stops right before, and then it's just sort of like looking at them like, hi. It's like, oh, good day. Big robot.
When you say mechs, you mean mech.
Yeah, like any good science fiction,
a licensed TV show.
Yeah, licensed. Yeah, one of those things. But not surreptitiously named after their creator in any way. So you all are instantly teleported inside of the cockpits of these robots.
Whoa.
And you see all the flashing lights and panels and everything. And Miss K is not beating around the bush at this point. She says, all right, hold on. We're going to activate Ultra Crescendo Mech. As the Dire Wolf and Arctic Fox kind of split down the middle and kind of fuse together at the sides, forming this like fused canid robot.
It's like wolf head and then like 9 tails.
Yeah. It comes rushing into frame as the Jaybird mech kind of swoops down and attaches onto the back of the canid form, and then a giant form of the harmonizer appears in the mouth of the giant mech, and a glowing red, yellow, and orange like sunbeam sword forms in the mouth.
Sunbeam saber. Incredibly good.
I knew this was gonna be cool, but that's so cool.
This is
All right.
what I assume Digimon is like also.
All right,
I
we've
mean,
got 10 minutes for you to tell me how you deal with Conductor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got a sword.
Yeah, and he's been fighting with a lot of fire. Can we counter that? Because he's being very mean about it, and I don't like it. Can we just like wrap him up in a like typhoon, like a tornado with rain? That's called a hurricane. And just like team rocket him into the sky.
So as you say that, the sunbeam saber dissipates and instead turns into like a cool blue flowing water blade.
We get to elemental type him. Yes.
Yo. Right, the sunbeam sword goes away, and Dee Dee's like, no, wait, come back. I didn't mean it. And then it's water instead. I did, though. Actually, I did.
Let's sword him.
Yeah.
I think we just tell him to go.
Close up on a hand, grabbing some sort of control and just pushing it forward.
Yeah, everybody starts pressing buttons.
You all understand the genre. You all have to call out the name of the attack simultaneously in order for it to work.
Did we name this one?
Did we name it? Oh, did we?
I mean, you can call it Tsunami Saber. Sunbeam Saber, Tsunami Saber, like
I think Tsunami Saber. Yeah, that's got the alliteration. I'm a sucker for alliteration. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do the dang thing. 1, 2, 3.
Tsunami Saber.
So we see the animatic of this giant canid mech with this water sword and wings on its back, rushing toward Conductor, and Conductor is slashed through with this tsunami saber. But instead of falling down and exploding, Conductor looks to you all and says,
"Perhaps I'm not ready yet, but soon I will destroy you, Guardians,"
and disappears once more into nothingness.
Big words for a guy who's not here. You know, it's good to have hope, though. It's good to have ambitions and goals. We shouldn't take that away from him.
Yeah,
we just did that.
Some goals are bad.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, holy crap!
Oh man, this is like have we like unwolf-birded?
I think. Oh no.
I think are we all still in the joint cockpit?
Do we have to worry about property damage? We should go.
Oh, we should. Oh,
yeah.
I can't afford this. I can't afford any of this.
Yeah, I'm.
This like giant wolf fox bird thing just like tiptoeing backwards, like oh no.
I don't have a ride anymore.
Miss K, what do we do now?
Look, I think we've been through enough. You all can stop calling me Miss K. Just call me Moriko, okay? Wonk. That's a big wink for people who will eventually listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Wink. And as that happens, we fade away and roll credits.
Yeah.
That was dope.
And
yeah, that was fucking sick, everyone. Henshin a go-go, baby.
Yeah.
So as a wrap up, can we go around and so you all can plug your shit?
Oh yeah, we didn't do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's start with Kris.
Sure. I'm Kris. You can find me on Twitter at KNALLISO. I don't do a whole lot there, but you can also listen to me in some of what I'm sure either already are or will become your favorite podcasts, like Breathing Space, currently on its second season. Go listen to it. We're all in it. And also the Sheridan tapes. I'm in season 3, so you might have some catching up to do, but it's a very spooky time, and I wish you the best. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go to Paige.
Hi, I'm Paige. You can find me on Twitter at KeyLimeCutieBie. Yeah, I do voice acting stuff, so you can find me on different podcasts. Breathing Space, season 2, pretty good. You can also catch me on Devoid of Space, sci-fi horror anthology. You can catch me upcoming on the new podcast, Stellar Guardians, when that comes out. That's cool.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I also plug the podcast Bodies in Space, a sci-fi comedy. I get cast in a lot of stuff that's in space. But that has its first episode coming out on the 7th. Ooh.
Oh, can I plug one more thing?
Plug
Demon
it.
Love and Hellfire also comes out on the 7th. Hi, Josie. I forgot.
Yeah, hi.
That's a hell of a
Whoops.
Tuesday for everybody. So
Right?
go listen to People Be Some Demons in Miami.
Come listen to me be a captain in space who's just not dealing with any of this.
Yes.
Excellent. James?
Yeah, I'm James. You can find me on Twitter at Great Big James. I have a brand. And the rest of this is going to sound real familiar. You can also hear my writing and or voice acting on Breathing Space or Devoid of Space. I think episode 2 of season 1 is one I wrote and am going to be in. So that should be... It's going to be good.
Doesn't that come out this week?
I think it's next month.
It's soon.
Yeah, but it's soon. It's going to be good.
It's soon.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. And hi, I'm Thomas Fleming. You can find me on Twitter at Dorkside. That's spelled like the villain Darkside, but dork instead of dark. Or I'm sorry, at Dorkside VO. That's my Twitter. You can find me, much like all the rest of our cast, on Breathing Space. I didn't end up getting involved with Devoid of Space, but I'm sure I will eventually. Also, I am the producer, one of the head writers, and a voice actor for Guardians Stellar Squadron, which will be coming out sometime in November, probably. We are still in the writing process, and eventually we got to do casting and all that.
It looks really good. Just behind the scenes, seeing people talking about it, it looks really good.
Yeah, James is one of our writers. Kris is one of our writers as well. And Paige is going to be one of our characters in there. I'm not going to divulge too much. But anyway, that's it for us. We did hit our goal. We hit our the next goal, the $2,346.78 or whatever it was. Anyway,
$2,345.67.
Sure.
Like
Numbers are hard. So we're currently at $2,350.69. Nice. And our current goal is $2,496. So keep donating if you can, and enjoy the final act of the evening, a gameplay test with James D'Amato and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Just as a quick reminder, this stream is hosted by Clever Corvids. You can find us on Twitter at @clever_Corvids. Listen to our podcast, The City That Never Dies, a Roaring Twenties inspired Blades in the Dark game. And then, as Kris said, we're launching a new podcast on Tuesday the 7th, which I am running. They are in, and also stars Fabi, who you saw multiple times earlier on this stream. It's about demons in Miami, as you heard. You can follow me, Josie, on Twitter at DragonGirlJosie. And we are entering the very final stretch of the stream, everyone. How are you feeling about that?
So excited. It's
a
amazing to
time.
see the
Mhm.
amount of money that's been raised by everybody. And we were just
Oh,
a
yeah.
small part of it. Like there's been a lot of money raised.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
said, we more than doubled what my original estimate was, and everyone has been
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
amazing. And I'm tired, but I'm not that tired because while I'm managing everything, I get to hear amazing role players doing their thing the whole damn time, and that just gives me life. Coming up, like you
mean-
said, we have a. Go ahead, Paige.
I was gonna say, I mean, also like, thank you and props to you and you know the whole team behind the scenes, you know, the mods
Yeah.
and everything, because oh
Mhm.
my god,
Yeah, there's a
even
lot
just
of work
having the
happening here.
yeah, like, and even just you know being the ones to step up and say, hey, you know, we can do something, we can you know step up and make a difference in you know whatever capacity we can, and getting everything organized and reaching out to everyone, like this is incredible. You deserve props too.
Aw, thank you.
100%.
So the last segment is James D'Amato's new game, tentatively titled FMK. So you'll see the surprise of what that's about. And the break we're going to go on is probably going to be a little bit more than normal because we have a little bit extra stuff to set up, and I need to hand most control of the stream over to other people because I will be playing in something. Finally.
Mm.
Woo!
But yeah, we will see you all in a few minutes.
Bye, y'all.
Guardians out.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.